Today's video is going to be a little bit different than some of my previous videos to this point. I'm going to be going over some of my favorite NHL jerseys of all time. These are some of the best looking jerseys, some of the most iconic jerseys, and some of the jerseys that I just really love seeing out there on the ice when I'm watching hockey. Today I'm going to be showing you 10 of my favorite jerseys of all time from the NHL. These jerseys are going to be in no particular order. I felt it was a little bit too difficult to rank them, so these are just 10 of my favorites. Because there are so many awesome jerseys in the NHL, I feel like the NHL has probably the best jerseys, best uniforms of any sport. I had to throw in a couple of honorable mentions. So first off, I want to shout out the baby blue Penguins jerseys, the ones that they wore at the first ever Winter Classic in 2008. I love these jerseys. Although the Penguins haven't worn them in quite some time, I would love to see them bring them back at some point. But these are just absolutely beautiful, baby blue color, a nice logo as well, and a lot of good memories for Penguins fans. Next up, I want to shout out the Vegas Golden Knights original uniforms. Of course, they just joined the league in the 17-18 season, but I feel like these are some of the best jerseys in the NHL already, and I feel like they have a lot of potential to continue to make awesome jerseys for that Vegas Golden Knights team. The next honorable mention is the St. Louis Blues throwback jerseys from the 90s, the ones that Gretzky actually wore when he went and played for the St. Louis Blues in the 95-96 season. I think that's a big part of why these jerseys are so popular. Also, Brett Hull wore these jerseys. I just think they're a very clean design, stripes along the bottom, and the red and blue combination just looks really cool. So I had to throw these in for an honorable mention. Now the last honorable mention that I had to shout out is the Bald Eagle Washington Capitals throwback jersey with the, like I said, the Bald Eagle on the front. And these are the jerseys that Alex Ovechkin wore in his rookie year, and I think that might be part of why I like these jerseys a lot, but I also just really like the design. Now for the official best 10. The first one is one of my personal favorites and has really jumped in popularity over the past 20 years. It's the Arizona Coyotes Kachina jerseys, and specifically the black jerseys. These were the first jerseys that the franchise made and designed when they first came into the league and replaced the Winnipeg Jets. And in my opinion, these are a work of art. They're beautiful jerseys with the really cool logo with the coyote on there, and a lot of work went into that design. I read an article recently about all the work and all the sketches that they had for that logo design. I just feel like the colors work perfectly with the overall look of the jersey. Even the patch on the shoulders look great, and yeah, there's just so many details that go along with this jersey that make it so awesome. And I hope that the Coyotes bring these back full time as they are for this year's playoffs. They just made that known, but I hope they bring back the white one as well. Now for another one of my personal favorites. This might be my favorite of all time, but it's the Hartford Whalers jersey. This jersey pops like no other in my opinion, and just the beautiful green and blue go so well together. Just a nice simple design, and it's just one of my favorite logos of all time. And in my opinion, it's a shame that the Hartford Whalers are no longer a team, because I would love to see these jerseys on a daily basis. We saw how beautiful they were when the Hurricanes brought them back for a game this year and wore the Adidas version of these jerseys. Of course, there's a lot of history with these jerseys. Gordie Howe wore them, Mr. Hockey, of course. But yeah, especially the green ones, those are my favorite, some of my favorites of all time. Next up, we have the original San Jose Sharks teal jersey, and this is another one of my favorites. The Sharks brought them back just a couple years ago, and they looked fantastic in my opinion. I feel like these are so much better than some of the other ones that they've done in their franchise's history. I think the Sharks jerseys look best when they keep it simple. Just use the teal colorway with the silver and black. I think they kind of messed it up a little bit when they started adding in the different colors, like the brownish yellow color that they had a couple years ago. But this original Sharks jersey, I would love to see them bring this back, and I just love the retro logo as well. Now we have probably the most nostalgic jersey that I'm going to be talking about, and it's the original Anaheim Mighty Ducks jerseys. These are absolutely beautiful. I love the logo, and yeah, like I said, brings so much nostalgia back from all these movies that I've watched growing up, and I just love these jerseys way more than the current Ducks jerseys that they have. Yeah, I feel like this colorway just works so well together with the green green in the eggplant type colorway. My favorite part, of course, is just that awesome logo. The next jersey that I'm going to be talking about is the only jersey I'm going to be mentioning that is actually the full-time jersey for the team, and it's the red Chicago Blackhawks jersey. This is easily one of the top-notch logos in the NHL, and the red one especially is one of my favorites. I also really like the patch that they have on the shoulders. It adds a lot to the overall complexity of the jersey, and yeah, I think although it is a simple design for a jersey, I think simplicity works very well, and with the black stripes on the bottom, it's just an absolutely clean jersey. And the interesting thing is it's actually been this way pretty much since the Blackhawks started, and of course they are an original 6 team and they haven't changed their logo much over the years. Next up, another one of my favorite jerseys is the Winnipeg Jets throwback uniforms, the ones that they wore during the Heritage Classic, and I like the white and dark blue jerseys pretty much equally. They're just a very clean design. The stripes on the bottom of the jersey, the different color on the shoulders, and then the logo is just very nice. I prefer these compared to their originals as well, and I would love to see them just wear these all the time instead of their normal jerseys. Now we have another Western Canadian team, and it's the Calgary Flames in their red jerseys. I absolutely love these as well. The white flame logo just stands out perfectly on those beautiful red jerseys with the orange and white stripes, and this is another one that they originally started wearing back when they first came into the league, and they've changed their jerseys a decent amount over the years, but they brought these back recently and they've been wearing them as their alternates. It's another one that I would love to see them continue to wear and go back to these for their full-time jersey. Next up, we have another 90s jersey. This is the Penguins Robo/Emperor Penguin that they introduced during the 92-93 season, and of course this has a lot of history behind it. Of course, Penguins were trying to three-peat at the time when they brought this jersey in, so a lot of people think that by changing the jersey they kind of jinxed the team, but without thinking about any of the history or anything like that, I really enjoy this jersey a lot. Of course, Mario Lemieux wore it, Jaromir Jagr, and I chose this one out of the other 3 kind of throwback 90s from the Penguins, including the black version of this, and then also the Pittsburgh diagonal script jersey. A lot of people love those as well, myself included, but I think this is probably the cleanest out of all of them, and I would love to see Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin get to wear these before the end of their careers. Next up, surprise, it's another 90s jersey, and also this team wore it during the early 2000s as well, but it's the Buffalo Sabres, and the black, red, and white jersey. I really enjoyed this one as well when they were wearing it, and of course it's very well known because Dominik Hasek wore it a lot during his dominating play for the Sabres, but I really like it because it's just a really cool logo, intricate design, very intimidating, and yeah, I don't know what it is, I just really like the black and red combo. It's tough to mess up, and yeah, I'd love to see them bring this one back as well someday. Love to see Jack Eichel wear this and some of those other new wave Sabre players. Now, the last jersey that I'm going to be talking about in this video is, last but not least, the 90s throwback Kings uniforms. Of course, these are the ones that Wayne Gretzky wore when he was traded to the LA Kings, and these are, in my opinion, the best jerseys that the Kings have ever worn, and I like these a lot more than their current day uniforms. Of course, they brought them back. Adidas remade the white version of these uniforms, and they looked absolutely beautiful, and I would love to see them go back to these uniforms full time. Not sure if that's ever going to happen, but I think these are pretty popular as well. A lot of great players wore these back in the day for the Kings, and the white and black, but especially the black, are some of my favorites, and I love this clean silver logo. That'll do it for 10 of my favorite NHL uniforms, the best of all time in my opinion. Please let me know if you disagreed on any of these or if you agree with me on some of these picks in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe for some more awesome content.